I'm going to get in just a little bit closer so you can see where I'm going to be talking about how I really want this area right here that's very close to the end of that part of the leaf. I want it to be actually touching it, but I don't want it to connect, and that's why I didn't connect it when I was drawing it. Now I'm going to take that point. Notice that that's the only one that's red. See, that one's solid, and these others over in here are hollow. They're white, and so I won't be bothering those. The solid one is the active one. I'm now just going to take that and pull it over to where it touches the other one. Now I'm in good shape, and I just want to move this one out of the way, and now we're going to see if this can be our repeat. I'm pushing in on the mouse, holding down the Option and the Shift again to drag it over to see if this could be a repeat. You can see where this one is a little bit off. That means back over on this one, I either need to pull that down a little bit so that they touch, or I need to pull the end of this one up a little bit higher so that they touch. Looks like it might be easier if I just pull this one up a little bit. I'm going to pick the Direct Selection tool and deselect everything now, and then I'm just going to pick on that one handle, slide it up to where it touches this one, and we'll try one more time. I don't need this one any longer, so I'm just going to delete that one, and I'm going to push in on the mouse, holding it down, hold the Option or the Alt and the Shift. Remember, the Option is going to copy it, the Shift keeps it straight, and now I'm going to slide it right over until it touches it. Let's get a little bit closer with this and see. I think I might have been off just slightly. Okay, so I can now just move that in just ever so slightly. I'm going to hold down the Shift key to make sure that I get very close to it, and then I'm going to go back and double click the magnifying glass. Now I no longer need this one. I'm going to delete that one. And these two are now going to be one repeat, but I do want them connected at this point. The only thing left to do now is get on the Direct Selection tool. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see. I'm just using this magnifying glass. This is the area I'm going to be working in. I'm going to use the Direct Selection tool and draw a little marquee around there. That's just drawing a little area that's only going to select the end of this line and the end of this line. And then I'm going to hit the Command key and hit the J, or the Control and J. And what I just did was connect all of those together. I'm going to double click on the magnifying glass, get it back to 100%, use the Selection tool, and then click on it again. And now you can see everything is connected. All of these little handles are all red, and they're all connected, and you've now made yourself one repeat. You can take this repeat and repeat it as many times as you need. I'll show you again. Push in on it, hold down the Option or the Alt, and now I've repeated it again. And if I hit the Command D key, Command D, Command D, all that does is duplicate my last move, and let me just slide it down a little bit and show you. There's how you make a pantograph. So if you want it to be 120 inches, you just keep on connecting those out, and you now have a panto. You can make it as short as you want. You can make it fit a block if you want, as big as you want it to be. To download a free version of vector-based software, go to www.opensourcewindows.org if you're looking for it for PC, and scan down the page. You'll come to the area for graphics, and you'll see Inkscape. That's the vector-based software. Vector-based just means it's drawn mathematically versus pixels. You'll be able to enlarge or reduce this image without worrying about distortion. For a Mac, you're going to go to www.opensourcemac.org, and you'll also go down the page until you come to Inkscape. This is open source software. It just means it's not proprietary. You can read more about open source programming on the web. Just type it into your search engine. Thanks so much for taking time to learn how to trace a photograph and turn it into a panto.